Hello everyone, welcome back to Chase the Narrative. This is your host AJ, and today I'm going to talk about laser treatment. Now, if you haven't seen my last video about shaving, it's up in the corner. You'll be able to see it. Please watch that video before watching this video. So, in a previous video, I did talk about how I didn't like the fact that people were taking advantage of the system, especially when it came to like growing out their beards. But I do not agree with service members doing laser treatment on their face, because that is something, I feel like that's extreme. I feel like that's something that you shouldn't take for granted, because when you go on leave, you're going to want to grow your beard. When you get out of the army, permanently, you're going to want to grow your beard. And to get laser treatment, to get laser treatment and to not being able to grow a beard anymore, I think that's ridiculous. So I'm gonna show you guys 3 videos today. The first video is gonna be about the guy who actually did laser removal treatment. He said it was funded by the Army, which is kind of shocking, but I believe him, because maybe the Army is looking at it, hey, this is an easier way for us to make sure soldiers are following the standard when it comes to 670-1, if that's still the regulation from a couple years ago. And then it goes into another video in this retiree. He talks about essentially how you shouldn't get laser remover treatment. And then the last video is going to be Mass Sergeant. And people know him. I guess he's probably like the face of the shaving profile. I know he's been very like well spoken on it. But he talks about how getting laser treatment is a horrible mistake, and I agree with him. So let's get to the videos.
Let's come along with me today to get laser hair removal. This is covered by the Army, so I do not pay out of pocket. The military now has a no beard policy, so your face has to be shaved, and due to my face breaking out, I chose the option to do laser hair removal. So this is my second session, so I've been here before, and as y'all can see that my hair is already like not growing back, and it's also like very thin, so it just shows that the laser treatment is working, and I feel like it's working really good. I come every 5 to 6 weeks, and I think I have 6 sessions in all. This is me after. I rate the pain like a 9 out of 10. It really hurts, but it really hurts around my lip part. Like it really just like burns, but it's just kind of like popping, but it's not like an unbearable pain. But if you're interested, I highly recommend laser hair treatment.
I definitely wouldn't recommend laser remover treatment. I'm currently doing laser remover treatment, not on my face though, and it is painful. And like you said, every 6 weeks you gotta go. But I can't imagine doing like laser remover treatment, like laser hair remover treatment on my face. I can't even imagine, to be honest with you. And again, once I got out of the Army, I did grow my beard. I grew my beard. Yeah, I grew my beard for like 7 months. And of course I went back to shaving it. But at the same time, if I'd have got a laser hair remover treatment, that would have taken that experience away from me. So I feel like you guys who are dealing with like bumps and dealing with your leadership complaining about like you not shaving or whatever, again, whatever you do, don't do the laser hair remover treatment. I understand that it could be kind of taxing on your mental health when people are complaining about, you know, how your face looks and whatnot. I would say just whatever you do, don't do the laser hair removal treatment. Please do not do that.
Think about the laser hair removal. Thanks for listening. So I just read that the Department of Defense now, in order to help black men deal with their beards in the military, you know, ones that can't shave. I'm retired, so I'm past all that, just talking about it. They're going to fund laser hair removal. I don't know a lot about laser hair removal, but I do know it's not something common that men, or particularly black men, deal with. Might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be some hiccups with it, and I'm sure a lot of people are simply going to reject it. Do you know anything about laser hair removal? If you do, please put it in the comments. I don't even know if that will solve the issue because I just don't know. Never thought about that.
Nah, it would solve the issue when it comes to the individual because they're not going to be able to grow facial hair. So they don't have to worry about people complaining about their face not being shaven. They don't have to worry about buying products to shave, like shaving cream, razors. They don't have to worry about any of that. So essentially, it'll be saving money. But I personally don't think it's worth it. But in reality, it would help the army, which at the end of the day, you gotta you gotta think about yourself in conjunction with the army. Like the army is gonna get everything they want from you. Not only that, the same people who are complaining about your beard and about you having a shaving profile, they're gonna be the same people that are gonna be growing their beard whenever they get out of the army. So don't let another individual dictate you from like wanting to grow your beard when you get out or when you're on leave. At the same time, just do the proper steps to get a shaving profile. Or if you can't get a shaving profile, find better treatment out there that could help clear your skin up, and there's treatment out there. And my next video is going to be about that, of stuff that I've used in the past. But let's get back to the video.
But ultimately, I still think that someone should be able to have a beard as long as it's neat, as long as they do have a medical issue. I can see why they can't be allowed to have a beard. That's just something that's been going on in our lives for a long time. When the hair curls up in our face, gets all these crazy bumps on it. And for the ones of you that keep coming on,
it's true. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it, but I still have bumps right here. Like, I normally get a little bit of bumps right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but when I did grow my beard after leaving the army, I got bumps in the beginning, but the more that I grew my beard, those bumps went away and I was able to treat my face. And then when I shaved again, of course, I still had like the little bumps, but you really can't tell if you like look at my face right now. I mean, if somebody were to like get close up to my face, they'd be like, oh, okay, I can see a little bit, but it doesn't really affect me at the end of the day. And honestly, like I told you guys in the first video, I actually think I look better clean shaven than with a beard. But that's just for me. I can't speak for everyone else.
on these posts saying, I shave, you don't know how to shave, they shaving the wrong way, it gets a grant. That's not it. They have a condition, guys. It's actually a medical term for it called pseudofolliculitis. It has nothing to do with how you shave, why you shave, when you shave. They just have a condition. All right.
I mean, at the end of the day, when I first joined the army and I was at reception, I started getting bumps from the beginning because I had never shaved before. Like when I joined the army, I had like a little mustache. I had some hair right here, but that was it. So me having to like shave just a little bit of hair that I had, that caused me to have bumps. My skin got irritated and it sucked, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until like 3-4 years ago that I actually found something good for my skin that was able to get rid of the bumps. And it wasn't like even when I was clean shaved, I was walking around with like my face full of bumps. It wasn't like that. But at the end of the day, it was taxing on me because I'm like, damn, like I got bumps, you know what I mean? Especially in the beginning of my career. But at the same time, the more I started getting used to certain treatment, the more the more experience I had being in the army and shaving, the less I was able that I had to worry about, having bumps and whatnot. And this is the last video.
Don't make a permanent decision over a temporary situation. The army, the military is temporary. It is temporary. You know, there's people that's making you feel that way. You got to shave and cut all that. You know, once they get out the army, they grow their beard. And once you get that laser hair removed, when you get out, it's going to be patchy. Meanwhile, they're going to be out the army with a full beard. Bruh. Check this out. Check this video out.
What is going on with the grooming standards in the military?
Bruh. Right now, there was a Marine, got a religious profile, graduated from boot camp. And there's people saying, hey, man, as long as they meet the standard. They can say about religion and you over here shaving, getting a hair removal.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen a Marine with a beard. Not saying that he's lying. I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth. I personally have never seen a Marine with a beard. Never in uniform. Ever.
Permanent? Don't do it, man. Don't do it. They're gonna grow out and grow their beards. Everyone does it when they're gonna leave. Everybody grows out their beard. So you just have a shame profile, man. I'm gonna leave with this, man. I said it before. They will accept it once you do. They would accept it once you do. I'm just trying to convince people with their shame profile to rock it and not be ashamed of it. And dare them to say something to you. I do it all the time. I dare you to say something. Man, they would accept it once you do, man. Stop.
I get where he's saying, like pretty much to sum it up, you shouldn't care what other people have to say about you. But he's a master sergeant. You know what I mean? And I think he was once a first sergeant as well, if I'm not mistaken. But he seemed like he has that that attitude that, you know, he stands up for himself, which is it's wonderful. You want that out of a leader. But most people that are dealing with like the shaving profiles, they're not master sergeants. They're not even senior leaders for the most part. They're like E6 and below. And I'm going to go as far as probably saying like E5 and below. You know, so a lot of people don't like confrontation with their leadership. So even though they should stand up for themselves, especially if they really do have like an issue with bumps and whatnot, a lot of people just want to not say anything and just go through, I won't say go through the motions, but just do what they feel will be like a temporary fix and please their leadership. At the end of the day, it's not necessarily all about that. You want at times to be tactful towards your leadership, like have a tact when you're talking to that person and be like, hey, sergeant or sir, ma'am, whoever you're speaking to, this is the reason why I think I should have a shaving profile. You see these bumps, you know, this is what's been transpiring pretty much ever since I joined the Army. Now, I think what sucks is that you have people taking advantage of the system that didn't need a shaving profile and they got a shaving profile, and that just made it worse for everyone else. But look, everybody's situation is different. You can't focus on the next person's situation. Like I said with him, he's a mass sergeant. I'm pretty sure he walk around, ain't nobody saying nothing to him, you know. But for a regular like E3, they don't really have that. They probably look at, well, I'm just an E3. And I got it, but at the same time, you can't look at it, oh, I'm just an E3. You gotta look at it like, okay, well, this is a situation that's bothering me. Let me talk to my leadership about it. And then when she talks to your leadership about it, then you kind of know where him or her stand. But if you don't necessarily have that one-on-one talk with them, then you don't know it. And now you're getting laser hair removal treatment for no reason. So it's all about, you know, communicating with your leadership, communicating with the people that are around you. And that's the best way to go when it comes to these shaving profiles. At the end of the day, like I said, I had a shaving profile for 20 years. Every year of my career. Did I let my beard get out of control? No. Honestly, I rarely grew my facial hair. But I always had it just in case my bumps got worse. Or, like, we were in a field environment. Hey, I got to use a shave profile for 2 weeks because I'm in the field and for some reason my skin would get worse when I'm in that type of environment. So I appreciate you guys like always. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for the support. Keep the comments going. I appreciate you guys like always. Salute. Peace.